Hello everyone, and today we're going to take a look at gearing your first ever 55. So we're going to do this video from a perspective that this is your first level 55 and how to gear them. Now this video is going to be based on 2.10. It's going to be based primarily on 2.10. 3.0, if you're watching this in 3.0, it will change. I will update this video when 3.0 comes out, but there's a lot of people currently right now in the game that are getting 55s for the first time, and if you really, this guide is going to be helpful to you. So we're going to look at gearing. We're going to look at gearing from a PvE point of view. We're not going to look at a PvP point of view. However, this video we will cover certain aspects of PvP. I realise I've got a skill point unspent. Stick it in there for now. Have a bit more HP. We're gonna need that. So as you can see, we've hit level 55 on this alt. This is the 14th level 55, and I still have my level 41, level 45 blue gear. The reason for that is we don't really need gear on the Keb anymore. So it used to be when we hit 50 we would gear up. So there's a couple of prerequisites that we're going to go through right now. Number one is planetary comms. Number one, make sure you have quite a decent amount, as close to the 100 as possible. I have 91, as you can see. It's because we are going to need that gear. You can get green gear on McKeb. I've chosen to ignore that. I've just given it to Alara. Just because she uses the same stat as me. As you can see, Alara has the same amount of HP as me, which is kind of a little bit, it's not really what we want. Yeah, in fact, she's got a bit more HP than me. She's actually better geared than me, which is sad, because we get the bolster and she doesn't. Yep, she's got a bunch of like level 51 gear on. So level 51 greens or leveling blues are fine for this. So the other prerequisite I would recommend is you get 1400 Warzone commendations. I would say that's about the minimum you want. You can get more if you want, but the minimum amount that you're going to want is 1400, because we'll explain that in a sec. Because you're going to buy, what you're going to do is you're going to buy relics for that in PV. The PvP relics are pretty decent. So what we're going to do is, we're here on the Imperial Fleet. We're going to make our way over to the supply section. We're in the supply section right now, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So we're going to make our way down to this vendor right here, which is the McKeb vendor. That's why I didn't really care. Ooh, that guy's got a disease. Or run away from him. Do I have any vaccine? I don't. Oh, but I can just click my relic. Actually, I still got these relics. There you go. Now I got the plague vaccine now, because the rat ghoul event is up. There you go, you can explode all you want. Won't hurt me because I'm vaccinated. That's the thing, if you're doing the rat ghoul event, little quick tip for you. Make sure you get one of these, either the plague vaccine, which is about 2,000 credits, or you just get this and just right click it and you get immunity. The immunity lasts for 6 hours, so just remember to click it every 6 hours. And you'll be fine. So we're going to go to this vendor, and we are going to buy the 25 enhancements. What is it? 140, the old Rakata stuff. So what we're interested in is reflex. So we're going to just buy reflex barrel for our main hand. We're going to take, what is ours again? I think we'll take accuracy power. Take that for enhancement. I can't remember what they're called again. What are they called again? Weighted is the tank one. As a trooper, I try to find out the trooper one. Deft, elusive is strength. There it is. Agile. Agile is the one that you want. Reflex for the armoring and the barrel. And whatever you want for that. I take accuracy power just now, because we want to hit things at 55. We need accuracy. Where are we? Agile. Agile for the mod. The enhancement, you can take whatever stat you really want. Crit accuracy or power accuracy. I prefer power accuracy. So we're just going to slot these mods into our gear. I don't know how many we're going to need, but I will be back when I slot all these mods in. Okay, that's us. We are finished. We jumped from 17k HP to 19k HP. Now I couldn't afford all of the mods, so I just got the armorings and the enhancements, just so that we have accuracy at least. So we still have the mods, the blue mods in some of the things, and the boots we didn't have enough for, but it's not a big issue. It's not really a big issue. So the next place we are going to head to, I better unify my colours, that looks odd. There we go. I'll take it off the helmet. I like the helmet to be white on the McCabe Trooper gear. Right, so the next place we are going to head to is we are going to head to the auction house. We're going to head to the Galactic Trade Network. The things we want to buy are implants, maybe an earpiece if we got enough money. Leveling up now, we do not get charged for our leveling abilities. So leveling up, assuming you spend, I have 342k, which ain't a lot because I was buying crafting materials from the GTN to buy a lot of well, buy crafting materials. Was buying crafting materials to make things. That's what I meant to say. Because I made this reusable stim, so I had to get a few things because my diplomacy ain't high enough. So we're gonna head to the GTN and we're gonna look for the things, the implants that we are after are gonna be the following. So you're just going to go to the category, you're just going to go to implant, you're just going to go to standard, blue is what we want, prototype, search for level 53 to 55. The stats that we want is aim, in our case as a trooper, and we're just going to search, and then we are just going to sort the price by the lowest. Now what we want is either the blue level 53s or the crafted level 54 purples. Either is good. For us, we don't really want the tank one, even though it's a big aim improvement. So it's going to cost us 80k for these. These have a lot of stats in them. So they're pretty decent. 80,000 credits it's going to cost us tonight. For these, sometimes you'll get the odd one. It's usually the tanking one, but I don't want the tanking one because I'm not a tank. So we just go ahead and pick them up. Only cost us 80k. It will cost you quite a bit of credits. What have we got here? We got a level 55 roll box. So we just pick these implants up. And these level 54 purples are pretty nice. They've got some nice stats in it. They're way better than the ones I crafted at level 29. That's what I had. So yeah, they've got a lot of stats in them. Crit, surge, alacrity, and power. You're never going to find that in any of the end game gear. But these are pretty nice. These will give us a nice boost to our stats. We're up to, what, 20k HP? Oops, we didn't go in that one. There we go. We're up to 20k, 840 primary damage. It's not too bad. Roz, what do we get in this box? Ah, there you go. Combat Medics boots. Level 53. It's an upgrade. Gonna equip them. There you go, 21k. That was a bit of luck. You will get those things from McCabe, which do drop. You can, if you want, finish McCabe, but I would recommend that. I mean, again, if you want to finish McCabe, you can. You'll get a bit more basic comms, but it's not a requirement. So we got these new snazzy boots, which is a nice upgrade for us. 148 piece. That's nice for us. We're up to 21k, so we've gone from, what, 17k to 21k in a few minutes. The next place that we're going to head, we are going to head to the combat training area. If I can find it on the map, there it is right there. And this again, if you did your PvP requirement, 1400, I have 1700 Warzone comms, and we are going to buy the PvP relics, because they are a nice upgrade for us. Now, it doesn't matter which vendor you go to, because the relics are all the same. I'll just go to the smuggler vendor. PvP Warzone gear.
You see anything you like? Just let me know.
What we're looking for is the Oboran relic. If you're a DPS or a healer, you are looking for Serendipitous Assault. is the other one, and the other one is, what's the other one again? Focused Retribution. Increases your main stat by 625, or has, well, healing an ally or performing a damaging attack has a 30% chance to increase your main stat by 625 for 6 seconds. And the other one is just power. So again, for healer or DPS, you're going to want these two. For a tank, I would consult a tank guide if I were you. I don't really know because I don't really have a tank, to be honest. It depends on the tank. Really, it depends what your main tanking stat is. I'm gonna see if they're an upgrade for Alara on those things.
Ready.
Oh, they are. We'll keep them for Alara. I was gonna vendor them there, but we want Serendipitous Assault and Focused Retribution. Are the two we want.
Come back anytime.
So these are a big improvement over our leveling relics. You can see more endurance, bit more power. So there we go. There we go, we're almost at 22k HP. We're going to keep these because these are legacy bound. I'm not going to vendor them. We'll go give Alara these implants. Is there an upgrade for Alara? They're not really. No, what was that, an upgrade? Yeah, it was an upgrade. Why is their HP gone down? Oh, because we unequipped them, that's why, because they have presence in them. That's why our HP has gone down. So our next port of call is going to be CZ198. Now to get to CZ198, we can go to any hangar we want. This is from the Imperial Fleet. You can get there from your ship simply by finding it. It's in the same sector as Ilum. You should be able to see it, but the best way to do it is, if you're going from the fleet, is go to any of the hangars and just click the priority transport and head to CZ198. Now we will head to Oricon eventually. Right, so that's us arrived here on CZ198. Now we are going to find this droid right here, the Flashpoint Courier droid, and we're going to start the Titans of Industry quest line. I'm just going to skip through it. Now the annoying thing about this is we have to go back to the fleet. I'm going to untrack this right now. So we have to go back to the fleet, but what you're going to want to do is pick up all of these quests, especially the Zerka Weekly. That's going to be the one that you're going to want to get. Oops, says we're not eligible. There we go. So the Zerka Weekly quest is a very good quest to do. It does net us an artifact gear container, which contains one random 156 piece and 20 basic comms, 12 elite comms, and a reputation trophy. This is what we're going to want to do before we head to Oricon, and we're also going to do the 2 tactical flashpoints. So you have to go back to the fleet. It's quite annoying, this is, that we have to head on back to the fleet. I'd recommend doing this because this quest will net you a 148 main hand. You can see it's an improvement on the 140 main hand that we have right now. So you'll want to get this. This is again getting you a guaranteed main hand and another item roll level 55 156 piece. Now you can just queue up for story mode operations. You could queue up for them if you want, but bear in mind that if you're gearing that way, that you are going to be at the mercy of the random number generator, because at all gear that you have to earn, you have to roll on it. So there might be a bunch of other people. So this way is a guaranteed method. You're not going to get as good a gear this way, but it's going to give you access to more content, because bear in mind that when you're finished with the group finder op, if you don't get a full set of gear, if you don't get enough gear to run the hard mode flashpoints, which is an average item rating of 148 is the recommended item rating for the HM flashpoints, then you have to wait 2 days before you can run another operation. And again, you will be able to get some 168 PCs. You won't get enough ultimate commendations to get a piece, because it's only 68 for Scum and Villainy, 66 for Dread Fortress or Dread Palace, and I think it's what, 56 or something like that. No, it's what, 60? no, it's like 58, I think it is, for Terror from Beyond. So that's not enough to buy a piece of gear. And again, you are at the mercy of other people doing the same thing, so you are rolling against other people. So that's why this method, the goal is to get enough gear to go to Oricon. Now, I'm not going to go through all these dailies with you. I am going to show you where this is, and we'll do a part 2 of this video. Part 2 is where we're going to go to Oricon. So part 1 is going to be CZ198, and part 2 is going to be Oricon. So we'll head back to the fleet right now, and I'll show you where to get this Titans of Industry. It tells you where it is. It's on the Garv Daragon. It's on there. So, but that's where you're going to head to. I'll show you where it is. Right, so this quest is just over here. So we're here on the bridge deck. So just, you should know how to get here by now. What you do is you just go to you just follow the quest tracker. You go to the mission departures elevator, you go to the interfleet transport, you go to the taxi point, you travel to Garv Daragon, and you go to the elevator, and it's the mission deck that you want to go to, and you're just going to do this cutscene. It's just this little cutscene here that you're going to do. I would advise, I'm not going to show you the cutscene, but I'm going to punch that guy.
There are worse things than
I just want to punch this guy.
Such as?
Yeah! That felt good. Surprised the Lara didn't disapprove of that, but anyway. Right, so make sure, again, it'll just tell you to go back to Zerka, to CZ198. So what you're going to do now is complete all these Zerka dailies and then the weekly. The weekly is going to be the 2 tactical flashpoints, Zerka Corporate Labs and Zerka Core Meltdown. So what you're going to do is make sure you queue for Corporate Labs first. So just deselect everything here when you hit the queue. It doesn't matter which role you are, but do the tactical Zerka Corporate Labs. So again, you can do this with any gear, it doesn't really matter your gear. So you're going to do Corporate Labs, then Core Meltdown, so you can complete this quest and get your 148 main hand, because that's basically what it is. And then you're just going to do all the dailies, and you'll also get this weekly done, because that's what the weekly is. Complete all the dailies and the 2 flashpoints, so you should then have enough basic comms to buy a 162 piece of gear, a black market piece that is. So that's, yeah, I mean, that's what you're going to do before you go to Oricon. So you at least have 1 black market piece. I'm going to go for the earpiece generally, because that's the only thing I haven't upgraded. You can get maybe the bracers. Bracers and belt are for 80 comms, and your earpiece is 100, so it depends how many comms you've got. You should get quite a lot from doing this, actually. And then in part 2 we will join it when I have completed all this. I'm not going to show you me completing all this, because we're not going to do it. It's not going to be a guide on how to complete dailies. They're pretty self-explanatory anyway. They're pretty easy, the dailies, but just make sure you take the Titans of Industry quest before you start these quests, because you want to get them all done in the one run. It's fairly easy. It should take you maybe about an hour to do this tops. The flashpoint queues don't take long to pop, but again, if you queue, just queue for 1 at a time. But make sure you queue for, I think it's Core Labs first, because this quest wants you to do Core Labs first. Not Core Labs, Corporate Labs, and then Core Meltdown. Yeah, it's Corporate Labs and Core Meltdown. Corporate Labs, Core Meltdown. So do Corporate Labs first, then Core Meltdown second, and then you will be ready to head to Oricon, and that will be part 2 of this video. So thank you for joining me for this video, and we'll see you for part 2, and goodbye.